This is just my opinion.
Okay, so here I want to talk about one thing. No, it's not gonna be politics. I know. Oh, by the way, I do want to touch about it. I know. We talked about it last week, but and we talk about it outside here. But I want to talk with our people here. Is that we were talking about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese playing together? Finally happened right after we talk about it.
Oh,
They played together, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. So you can go to YouTube or whatever and just look for it over there. So I guess we predicted the future.
yeah. I'm glad they did. And I hope they squash all this dumb shit, man. They both trying to get to the same place, you know.
I'm
They
hoping,
both,
yeah.
They both trying to get to greatness, and they can either welcome each other to the league and have the league welcome themselves, and make something great happen, or they can keep bickering and doing childish, stupid things and trying to get the most attention, more attention than X, and just kill each other's career. So I'm glad they got a chance to play together, and man, kudos to the league for letting it happen.
And chemistry looked nice. So, did you watch that game or no? Well, no, we were. Yeah.
That was Saturday, right?
Yes, that was Saturday.
It was like that.
Yeah, we were shooting, so we couldn't watch it. But I watched the whole media highlights and went to YouTube, and you can find the highlights and stuff. And it was pretty nice. I was like, oh, look, well, we just talked about it. We just talked about it last week, and then it happened next week. But I do want to talk really quick. I don't want to get stuck on this one because I want to do like a free topic like we did not too long ago. But I do want to talk about this because I was looking information through it, and then I say, you know what? We talked about it like months and months ago because I know you work at a restaurant, at a fast food, and we talk about tips. We talk about that. So I decided to look a little bit of information.
I do not work at a fast food.
I said, no, before, like you used to work when you were younger.
Y'all missed the work part.
ED at the end.
Yeah, ED at the end. And we
People are
talking.
gonna start looking for you.
We talking many years ago.
Yeah, I know. That was like on like December, I think it was.
I'm telling you, I would love to go like for a week and work at McDonald's again, and then leave
To relieve the experience. Do you think?
No, I want to see what they're doing differently now than we were doing then, and then go a week to McDonald's, and then go a week to KFC, then go a week to Wendy's, just to go to week. So I mean, these kids need the insight on where is the best fast food to work.
Do you believe? Okay, so do you?
Where to eat?
If you
Who's
do that,
dropping your burgers and who's not?
if you do that, I'll film it. But you got to talk to
You get what
everybody.
I'm saying?
You got to put a little mic on and talk to you.
yeah.
That would be nice.
I
Just
would,
for a
I
few
would love
hours,
to
like
do it.
have the.
I would love to do it.
Just to have the
I would
initial
love
one.
to go from fast food to fast food to fast food to fast food, week at a time.
Okay. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Do like a mini documentary about it.
I mean, I would
Like-
love to do it.
Nah, for real.
Just to let people know, kids, hey, check this out. Stay away from this place. People, you like fast food, and this may have been your favorite one. But I'm going to give you reasons why you should never, ever, 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 never eat there again.
Now, do you guys think that customer service on those fast food are better now or was better before?
Oh, much better before.
Yeah,
Much
I
better
agree.
before.
Why would you say that? Why would you guys say that?
Oh, the fast food back then, I mean, people actually went there because they needed a job. The kids working there now because most of them want a job, but don't want to work.
Yeah.
The other ones, back in the day, we wanted a job and was happy to have one, and we worked to keep it. These kids here today, man, oh my God, it's a mess. It's a mess. I went to a McDonald's the other day to get a large diet. I have never waited so long for service in my life.
Just for a large day.
We're
This
losing it.
guy
You had to put
comes
the
up.
head down.
No. Look, this guy comes to me. And his nails, guys, were 2.5 inches long, 3 inches long. Okay, I'm not homophobic. I'm the least homophobic person you want to meet in your life. Have no problem about what he want to be called or what he see himself as. But I do have a problem with his nasty ass nails handling food. I have a problem with the fact that every time he reaches for something, it slows his process down because now he can't grab it with his fingers. He has to turn his hand sideways, pick it up like this. So you know how long it takes him to get you some napkins, or how long it takes him to get you extra sauce, extra dip for your fries? I'm watching him get this stuff, and he's like,
he's looking like
struggling,
he's looking
like
struggling.
struggling with that shit.
And I believe any boss, but the problem is they're so short-staffed. So short-staffed, they're afraid to make anyone angry because they're afraid they're going to lose the staff they have.
Yeah.
So these kids are taking advantage of the situation. Be who you want to be. I respect the fact that you have the guts enough to come out, wear makeup, and work at a fast food restaurant. But cut your damn nails.
Yeah, you gotta be aware of where you're working.
Yeah, cut your damn nails. It's nasty, unsanitary, and the fact of the matter is it slows down the progress.
Yeah, and it's not even about like who you are or who they are, whatever. It's just about the service. It's like, dude, this is slowing you down like 50%. Like,
I'd take 5 people like him if they were productive. So the bottom line is, his gender or whatever he wants to be recognized as, I respect him for that. But his nails got to go.
It's like, dude, you gotta allow yourself to be productive. No, I agree. I think service before was better, but I think it was because 20 years ago or 25 years ago, like having like a job like that, it would give you like also reputation for school. Oh, you got a job. Oh, you're making your own money. Oh, you can pay for your stuff. And there, today it's like, you see them, it's like, I like you said, they can really just get angry, just leave. And mom and daddy is going to just take care of you. So you don't have to worry about that. Back then, it was like, you got to get your job because you got to pay for your things.
I think it goes back in home, too. The parents haven't taught them how to work.
Yeah.
So when they get into the workplace, it's not that I don't know if it's they don't want the job. They haven't taught how to work or have to grind for anything. So when the
they
parents,
don't know the meaning of it.
they want that extra spending money.
Yeah.
Because the parents, if you want this, get out and get a job. And then when they go out and get a job, they've done nothing their whole entire life.
That's another reason.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
The parents have coddled them the whole life and they want them to get out and job and expect the job to teach them how to work. The job can teach them the job, but cannot teach them work ethic. No. They have to bring that to the table.
But also we got so many young parents too that is like how like it's not an excuse, but like you got so many young parents that like they haven't even done shit for themselves. Then how you gonna teach somebody else?
It's not the young parents. It's not the young parents.
No, I'm not saying that there's just a them. I'm just saying that. I'm
an old parent.
Yeah,
my kid's gonna be one of those ones.
One of the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Holy shit. No, you see, but we will have the old parents too. But I'm saying that right now, majority, like if you look at the numbers, the majority is young parents, like kids that have like their other kids, like when they were 15 years old or whatever. So, and then they're living with their grandpas, or most of them were raised with their grandpas and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, like who the hell is teaching you what? Because now you got 2 people just like doing everything for you pretty much.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, you can blame the parents all the time. You can blame me as a parent. But I mean, society says this is the way the kids should be raised right now. And the kids, you don't want to alienate your kids from friends. You don't want to alienate your kids from having the same life their friends are having. Yeah. You know what I mean? And in that world, their friends are on the phone, so their friends expect them to be on the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get that. But all I'm saying is when you have that time with them, when you make that time with them, man, you got to teach them to be men and women. You just do. You know, mother's job to raise that girl and teach her to be a lady. Daddy's job is to raise that boy and teach him to be a man. And both got to pull together to do the same thing, because let me tell you, if it's not happening, man, what is this world coming to?
Yeah,
what is this world coming to?
It is already a shitty place. I mean, I think we can see it on a day-to-day basis with so many weird shit that happens. But I don't think one portion has more fault than the other. I think it's a collective thing that is happening. Society, parenting, the laws these days, the pressure of the social media, like it's like a collective shit.
And it has to be, if you're in a 2-parent household, if both parents aren't on the same page, the kids will grow up to use it against them.
Which happens a lot.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot.
They'll use one parent against the other. And parents got to be smart enough not to let it happen. They just do. You allow your kids to see you on opposite sides when it comes to how they should be raised. They'll milk it. They'll turn everything into, kids will help you turn everything into a fight, and they think they're winning until they're crying because their parents are divorced. Seriously.
Or because now they're like so split up that they cannot get to a conclusion or something together. What do you think?
I think it's just because it's a low barrier to entry job. So I worked a lot of different jobs. Never did fast food, but did retail, like 2 different Walmarts, Dick's Sporting Goods. Even with the production stuff, it's not hard to get in those entry level positions. But the problem is that you didn't got to be young. Like a lot of stuff you talking about, it's not necessarily just a young person thing.
Yeah.
The thing that I feel like is a big problem is people don't know how to communicate.
For sure.
And a lot of people, self-centered. Like,
for sure. About me.
And this is something that I realized being in an environment where you have to communicate. Like the job that I do, you have to communicate. Because
absolutely.
Somebody can literally die off of a small mistake. And there's times where nobody want to say nothing. Either they just don't want to step up and speak up and take charge, or they just don't want to say nothing in general. Like they just want to come do the job, be out of there. Because at the end of the day, it's just a job for them. And I think it's the same thing with fast food. You can get in there easy. You don't have to be accountable. And shoot, like I said, you don't see a path to what you want. Not necessarily a path to what you need. So a lot of times you get people that get these jobs, they just have to pass the basic test. You answer a few questions. Oh, you got it. We need people.
And they know it's a temporary fix.
Yeah.
It's a temporary fix for a small time problem.
Yeah, for most of them,
it's all about cash for them.
Mm-hmm.
All about instant cash, quick cash until they get through high school.
Exactly.
And then there's a new turnover for the fast food. But they don't understand. You have to answer to somebody. And that's the public. When the public is suffering because of your negligence, then the bottom line is somebody has to pay for it. But the bottom line is the public thinking, who's calling in on a fast food place? Who's going to do that these days? Who's going to call in that hot number for McDonald's and say, hey, your staff at local so-and-so suck? No one. No one's doing it. No one's holding the store accountable.
Yeah, and
no one cares because no one can afford. What are they gonna do? Fire them? They can't afford to fire anyone.
Nobody want to work there no more.
Right.
But even with that, like, a lot of people don't think past what's in front of them at the moment. Like when I worked at retail, a lot of my skills that I have now, as far as like customer relations, when it comes to like dealing with people or talking to somebody about, a service that we offer with video or just understanding how to sell a customer, that came from working in retail. So, I mean, it wasn't a lot of money, but I always was like, all right, if I'm not going to get money out of this, I'm going to learn how the system works.
Right.
I'm going to learn how people operate when it comes to them walking in the store, asking questions, trying to figure out what to buy and whether or not you have what it takes to sell them on that stuff. And a lot of people just don't look at it that way. Like if you want to run your own business, work in businesses. It don't matter what it is. It's something in there you can take from it. And whether or not you have people you can ask questions about certain things, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Look up the questions you think you need to ask, and then you just pay attention. See how it operate. Pay attention to how people operate when it comes to them just asking for certain things or buying certain things, and apply it to whatever you want to do individually. A lot of people just be like, it ain't paying me enough. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
But you gotta pick up other stuff. You gotta kind of be I think when you're dealing with people, you kind of got to be like a therapist. You got to get people to talk more. The more you get people to talk, the more answers you get.
I remember back in the day when I worked at fast food in the drive-thru, you'd hear conversations with people. Like the drive-thru girl would be laughing, or the drive-thru guy would be talking to the window. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey, what this your order? So and so and so. Give it to him. Hey, what'd you order again? Yep. Haven't gone. Oh man, sorry to wait so long. Now
It's
you get there, it's like
short and dry.
it's like 6:37.
What's your order?
Thank you.
They don't even look at you sometimes.
Yep. You go up to the next window.
Oh,
Diet Coke. Thank you. And leave.
you know what I hate when they had the phone on the cashier? You're like, are you fucking texting while you're trying to get my order?
Oh, trust me, I've seen it.
It's like, are you for real? Like, I want to punch you right now.
Oh, I say something.
Oh God, it's
Yeah,
so annoying.
But the last thing you want to do is say something while they still got your food.
That's why I don't say anything.
Yeah.
I say, give it to me.
No one have a coconut smile and shut the fuck up.
Now, do you get that same problem at a traditional restaurant? Because I feel like I have not had that issue in a long time as far as like a bad service.
I have seen a difference.
At a restaurant, at restaurants, I haven't seen it in a long time. I mean, one of our favorite places is a place called Cheddar's, going down south.
Mhm.
Cheddar's, we go there all the time. We always get top-notch service. It's just like a little family restaurant that just serves good food, and my daughter loves it. The whole family loves it, actually. We've never got bad service. I can't even say we've ever had bad food. And I got a feeling if the food was ever bad, we would forgive it because of the service is so good. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No,
I won't even complain because the service is so damn good.
Yeah.
That's us. So that's one of the restaurants we visit frequently. That's like the only restaurant I really like go in with the family and eat. I'm not a restaurant person.
I ain't
You
big
like to
on
cook more at home.
Yeah.
Like, do your own thing.
And
at
I
home.
go, it's like anniversary's coming up, so I'm gonna go. But it's not like I'm like a fast food. I mean, a restaurant person. Go out to eat.
Yeah, like, well, I want to go.
I used to work there. I used to work at a place like that. I know if that, $40 steak slip out of my hand, hit the floor, it's going back on the grill. I know that.
They gonna wash it.
Yeah. I know it. It's going
Quick little spray in the sink, get that little dust off of it.
That came from the floor, buddy. It's just
Now I don't want to go to the restaurant.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. In a weird, you thinking about the high-end restaurants. Do you think the high-end restaurants are flawless?
No,
Nah,
hell
not at
no.
all.
No.
Well, you can see it in the shows as well.
You're paying because the chefs are top-notch. You're paying because the restaurant's name. That's what you're paying for.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying because they get good quality of meat. They know how to decorate your plate to look beautiful.
100%.
But you have no clue that those chefs are like 55 years old. And they drop shit.
Yeah, they do.
And they pick shit up. They're not throwing away a $40 piece of meat. They're just not doing it.
Nah, because that little small slice of steak
That's my point.
that came off of a $200 cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
right.
my point.
So I do have seen like a difference, but I don't. So I didn't understood it before, but obviously the more information you try to get and the more you try to understand and be neutral, it's like, okay, it makes more sense. But I haven't had like a bad experience or bad service that I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have noticed that the employees are not as happy as they used to. Like they always with a smile, and sometimes they will come out of there with the bag like upset or whatever for many different reasons. And that's one of the things I wanted to touch base. So good people there. It's like when I look into how much the employer is actually required to pay them, I was like, shit, I'll be upset too.
Mm-hmm.
For Michigan, I will talk about Michigan only. $3.93 an hour? $3.93 an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Are you shitting me right now? Like that's what the law is requiring the employer to do. Yeah.
Pay the waitresses.
To pay them.
Okay. It was less than that, but for a long time.
It was like $1.50.
Check this out. When they got the job, they know exactly what they were getting paid.
Yeah.
They know that.
Mm-hmm.
They know when they signed up. And they knew when they signed up for this job and they're going to start working the floor, their sole income was going to come on what?
On tips.
On tips. So if you allow something you signed up for to make you angry throughout the shift, then what you sign up for, your tips, ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to give you a good tip when you're like this. Hey, how are you? Can I take your order now? And then when you ask for something, it takes them forever to come back. And let me tell you, if you find a person who's upset about their job and don't really like it, demographic, 18 to 25.
Yep. Yeah. No,
Those are the ones give you the attitude.
The young ones. Yeah.
25 to 40, they rock. They rock. You know why? Because they have learned how to make money.
Yep.
They signed up for $3.93 an hour. So they signed up for. And you know why they didn't mind? Because they had the personality to make it work for them.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Make it work for them.
Now, what will happen for those who work on slow hours because of different reasons? Maybe they got college or maybe they got kid at home. Doesn't necessarily have to be the young ones. But for me, it's more the fact that that's what the employers are required to pay. Like just so little. Like so little. Why? You're making money.
Oh, but you missed the point though. You keep talking with the employer. Okay, let me give you a rundown on what's made.
Yeah, because you've been there.
Your plate costs $40 to eat. Let's go let's go for middle class restaurants.
That would be like $30.
You know, like the Outbacks, stuff like that.
Gotcha. So $25 to $30.
So let's give them $40 a plate. Okay? $40 a plate. Off that $40 a plate, you got electricity, you got gas, you got rent, you have all of these things, and you have chefs to pay. You have all of that to pay off of that $40 a plate. Now you take in all of this, all of the customers you've seen all day long. You have to break that down into what you spent out that day. So what you made that day, $40 a plate, get it? And then you realize how much you spent that day in electricity and employees, what you paid your employees, put that $3.98 in it, and what you paying your top chef, and you paying your cleanup staff, and you're paying your rent on the building you're in, and you're doing all of that. When you get through doing that,
and inventory too,
and inventory.
Gotta have
Now,
steaks
what
every day.
inventory you are not realizing you're paying for inventory that's sold, and you're paying for inventory that's not sold. The stuff that goes bad on you, stuff you have to throw away. You have to pay for that. You have to pay for all the oil and all of the stuff. Inventory that goes in all the inventory. You're paying for all of that. Now, as an employer, you're not in there to break even. You're in there to make a profit.
Yeah.
A profit.
Yeah, no, of course.
So that's why in Michigan, that's why it's $3.98. They didn't do this without a cause. They did the $3.98 because, hey, it's better than $2.
It was $1.50 before.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, it was. And
But
then
life cost was lower, so.
and then now they're like mandatory throwing gratuity in there already.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no choice but to tip the waitress.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing that because a lot of people don't tip very well.
Yeah, that's true.
But when you break down what the restaurants make a day and what they spend out, see, what they spend out a day is always normal the same. But you know what's different? Is what they make per day.
Yeah.
So some of their busy times got to cover their slow time. Because what they pay out a day is usually the same.
Yeah, now and
that's why
I understand that because like I was telling you, like I started to look information to just sit in the middle. It's like, okay, let me be neutral here. You got to understand like both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got also the customer side, and I understand that, but we can't forget also that for a lot of those things, the business do get discount these days. There's like either from taxes or whatever, but they do get discount for merchandise and inventory and other stuff. And take away that let's be real. A lot of these restaurants, they don't have to fix things or they don't do any renovations until like 5, 6, sometimes 10 years. So they don't spend money on that part. Most of the money just go for expenses on food, the gas, and the electricity. Now, what I think is they should be able to do like in 2024, there should be like no, I know this stuff, but there should be a much better system. For example, when you're in sales, you got two options. Your base salary is this. If you are not able to make this amount of money on commissions. So if you are not able to sell this, obviously you're gonna get a strike if you don't make your commissions, because that's your job. No, you gotta sell. But if for any reason, why if the month was super slow or anything like that, and you're not able to make that, then you got this secure salary.
Right.
So wouldn't that kind of work out for
waitresses
as well?
Absolutely not.
You
absolutely not.
And I'm talking. I'm not talking just because we're thinking about when the restaurant is full. But what about those who only can work during the day when it's not super full?
Yeah. Okay.
When it's slow.
So maximize the effort. Yeah. Maximize their efforts. If you know it's slow, if a restaurant know it's slow, they're not going to overstaff.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They're going to only staff to what they know is coming in. They're coming in. So just because it's slow, that don't mean good. Because if you have 8 tables, when you normally at nighttime they have 15, 20. Yeah. If you have 8 tables, you know you only have 8 tables. So what do? You turn on the charm. You be the best damn waitress you can be.
You gotta sell. You gotta sell your service.
Best damn waitress you can be, because you know this is it for today. And let me tell you something, man. No one tips a waitress horribly who have bent over backwards for that table.
Yeah,
no one.
That's for sure.
They'll say, "You got extra cash? You got extra cash? You got any cash on you? You got any cash on you?" And if not, they'll put it at the bottom of their credit card.
Yeah,
they will. I have never, ever, ever tipped a waitress horrible who bent over backwards. I literally
that should be like naturally.
have walked to the car before to get more cash tip her.
What were you going to say?
No, I was saying, I think another thing to consider is that compared to like other industries, I think restaurants, they have to basically buy more than enough of what's on the menu, because you can't tell somebody, that filet mignon right there it's sold out, it's gone. I mean, it may be some that'll do that, but you gotta have everything. And then like you just said, some days might be slow, some hours might be slow. You might have got 500 people in here on Monday, but on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you only got 200. You still got to make sure you got more than enough to cover a potential wave of a lot of people coming in. And then on top of that, like I said, you only get about a day to 2 days to optimize what you got. So if it go bad, you gotta throw it away.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but you have to cover cost of stealing. Because employees will steal from their employer.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah, they will.
Even if it's plastic forks and napkins, someone still has to pay for it.
Right.
Now that's from the 2 different perspectives. Now here's the customer.
You're just a cheap ass.
No, the customer. No, the customer.
You just find a way not to pay them damn waitresses.
No, why not? If they give me a good service, why wouldn't I pay them?
I'm just saying.
No.
You looking for the bad in the waitress.
Look at that. You see how it's just.
He looking for the bad. That's what it sounds like.
It don't sound like that. So no, because here's the thing. You see, he's an asshole too. So from you got those points, right? But also, are you okay?
Hell no, I went down my nose.
Oh my god, we got him dying now. Oh god, you good?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's gonna take a while. You good?
Yeah. Trying to put down, not to come out of my nose on camera.
Who is there?
Yeah,
Penny the fly.
That shit burned. Oh.
Reasons, time out. Okay, so now I think this is a good conversation though, because I'm trying to get like all 3 points of perspective and views. Now you got the customer, right? And we talk about like times are tough and stuff like that, but isn't time tough for the clients as well? Like not just the people that just have the restaurant. So
So like the people that's buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
but wait, because for whoever is rich, you out of the freaking equation. Get the hell out. You're out. But I would since you brought the middle class, I'll bring the middle class. Which I think they're being hit the hardest with everything, government, taxes, income stuff. Because if you want to be safe on the taxes, you gotta get a lot more taxes taken out of your pay stub. You gotta get a lot more money taken out of for your retirement account. So they basically fuck you over. So whatever you get paid for is like shit. Now whatever the hell I buy, I gotta pay taxes on that shit as well. And if I make more than 100,000, then I also gotta pay taxes. So
what does this got to do with the waitresses?
But wait, that's what I'm going. So, but because I'm bringing the perspective. Remember, I'm bringing the perspective here. So now,
I think I hear where you going. Go ahead.
Okay, so now you want to go to a restaurant because you deserve that time off for yourself. You want to go with your family. You work your ass off as well.
Yeah.
So, my perspective from this is like, I'm okay with paying for a good service. Like if you like you said, if you work your ass off and stuff like that, why wouldn't I tip you? Like you give me that extra service. You already gave me that extra service. But if they're gonna make you tip, like make you do it without you making the choice, like how much do I tip the person? Like was the service like what I actually paying for and stuff like that? Isn't that unfair for the customer that already worked their ass off for my money? Because I already worked my ass off for my money. So why you gotta give me a good reason for me to give my money away?
In this situation, nah, because you ain't forced to go to that motherfucking restaurant.
Yeah.
So like if it was something like maybe if that was like how it was with groceries, like they just added an extra tax on groceries, then that's different. But people go to the restaurants because they choose to go to restaurants.
Yeah.
Like it ain't an obligation. And if you talking about celebrating, you still got to be accountable. Like shit.
Yeah.
Figure out a system, cook your own food. I like cooking my own food over going to restaurants any day. But when we do go, it's just more so of a social get together with friends, family, and stuff like that. Because I don't want everybody in my damn house. So
yeah,
we're gonna go eat somewhere, and that adds a sense of all right. Let's plan for this, and we know what to expect. So if we're going out to eat, we're gonna tip, and we're gonna make sure it's enough of us to where if we tip, it's gonna be a tip that they can at least say, "Man, this was the best table." And if they provided that great service, then they just getting the win in both ways. So we plan for stuff like that. So it's not really an issue. And like I said, it's not mandatory to go to a restaurant.
And I get that. I think my point is being missed.
Is this what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're saying all week long, you work your ass off.
All month long. But let's say I don't go to restaurants like every week.
You don't go to a restaurant all week. But this particular time, you want to take your family out. And you're a middle-class family. You want to take your class. And if the service is good, you don't mind tipping. But if the service is bad and they're forcing you to tip 18% anyway, that's kind of unfair.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfair. And you're saying, especially when you're doing this, you work your ass off, you're a middle-class family, and you're forced to tip 18%. And the serving wasn't 18% worthy. But you still have to. So you got to understand why they put that in play. They put that in play because a lot of people weren't tipping at all. A lot of people, and because of your $3.93 an hour.
Yeah, the pay.
Yeah. Because of that, a lot of these girls who's getting stiffed on their tips, serving 6 people at a table and getting a $10 tip. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So that's why they put that in play. And yes, the good have to pay with the bad. And that's what happened.
And do you think that's fair?
I think it's fair. I think it's fair because...
So you think it's fair that the good pay for the bad?
I think the fact that... No, I think it's fair that people ruin it for people.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for bad people, good people wouldn't have to pay the price. But you understand. But guess who else have to pay? Even the bad people. Now.
Yeah.
Even the bad people have to pay.
Yeah.
And people who go out to restaurants and can't afford that 18%. If you can't afford the tip, take your broke ass
home.
Shut up now.
Oh.
If you can't afford the tip, take your broke ass
home. Yeah.
Nah, To add on,
That's what I'm saying.
To add on your point of what you just said, I get that too. But this is my take on the if you got a bad waiter and you mad that you got to pay the tip. That go back to what I was saying. Lack of communicating.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody that's black that's gonna go to no damn restaurant, get bad service, and ain't saying shit.
So that's my point. I mean, I happen to be black, and I happen to be one of those ones like, hey, buddy.
By the way, I haven't had a bad experience.
Okay.
So
I literally,
I can't say.
I mean, I've been in the situation.
I've been in the situation. My wife goes, oh God.
Oh really?
Oh God. I go, hey buddy. Don't you work for tips? He said, yes, sir, I do. I said, well, here's one for you. Yours ain't looking so good right now. I need a smile. I need a hello. And I need to know that you're taking care of my food in the back and getting it to me safe. I said, all I need is a smile and hello. What's up, man? I've said that to her. And he says, he started laughing. He said, it's just been a bit long day. I'm tired. I'm covering the second shift for someone because I need the extra money. Buddy, if you'd have came to the table when you said that, you'd be like, guys, I could be slow. I'm tired.
Make a difference.
I'm doing the second shift right now because I need the money. Boy, do you know how your tip would have been? We'd have been like, we understand. We'd have helped you go get shit. And he just busted out laughing, and he literally was our best fucking waitress ever.
See?
Best waitress ever.
Sometimes they just need to wake up.
Or you need to communicate with us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a wake up of
I call him back in a heartbeat. I call him back in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You can't have expectations that everything is going to be a conflict. Sometimes it's just saying something and then they'll address it. It'll get addressed.
I have refused to pay the courtesy that tip. Yeah, I've refused to pay it. I'm like, look, my service, this is what I ate. I will pay for what I eat, but I will not pay 1 cent on tip. So I'm coming up here. You will ring me up for this, and this is what I'm paying for. I will not agree to pay for anything gratuity. Yeah. And they're like, sir, why? I said, because your waitress suck. I said, when I ask for something, I have to get another waitress to come and bring it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then when I finally get it, there's not even a smile. Sorry, I apologize for being late. Oh my God, it's my bad. So let me tell you what. You let her know this is a lesson. Took the tip and gave it to the other girl.
Yeah.
Gave it to the other girl.
And that would be that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in that situation, but that.
Oh, yep.
Damn.
Gave it to the girl who served me.
Yeah, I done seen it plenty of times, but a lot of times, it's not all the time, but most of the time when you do get a bad waiter or waitress, it's because the system ain't working that day. Somebody called off.
Yeah.
It's overcrowded.
Yep.
And usually that's followed by the food not being the way you want it to be. So you already know that if those two things is kind of working together to give you a bad experience, you're going to get it adjusted.
Yeah, like I have,
the manager going to come down there and they're going to take care of it for you more than likely.
Yeah, like I have had people that are like dry or not too attentive, but like bad that I said like, what the fuck? Like that type of shit. I haven't been there yet. I'm hopefully I don't go there.
I was never like that. But my manager made me realize if you're paying for it, you're paying for a service, you're supposed to get what you're paying for.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember right before fights, I swear Olive Garden used to be my place.
Olive Garden?
Listen, yeah, that seafood Alfredo, that's my thing. So I would go into Olive Garden, and I'm cranky, and I know I am. The room would be closed down. It would be closed down. They had this one room that's closed down. And my managers go, we want to eat over there. So, I'm sorry, sir, we just closed that room down. He says, that's not my fault. He said, the restaurant is still open. And I'd like to eat where we won't be disturbed and there's no distraction. We want to eat in a quiet place. And she's go, okay, let me get my manager. Back, next thing you know, we're in that spot. We'd go to the same Olive Garden all the time. And let me tell you something. We walk in the door and they'll say, hey, Mr. Porter, we have your spot over here for you. Already, no one in there, already a second spot. If that man came back and his state was just a little too done, you say, hey, excuse me. He said, let me ask you a question. What would you call this? Medium rare or medium well? Wait, it looks kind of medium well to me. Can I see the slip you gave me? He says, I think you ordered medium rare. Thank you. Take it back, bring him back a steak. And I got catching on. Like,
Yeah, because
it's
you
the
learn
truth. It's the
to read
truth.
him.
You don't pay for anything that you're not getting.
Exactly.
And you get what you pay for. And I started doing the same thing. My wife's like, oh my, she would say all the time, oh my God, you are turning into Mike order for sure. And when I go to a restaurant, do you have hot sauce? No, we don't. I'm so sorry. Do you have anything that's like a sauce that I can put on? We don't really carry that here. Probably should. I said, I'm probably not the first, but no, people ask for it all the time. Is that not telling you something? They're not telling you something. The waitress literally said, she goes in the back and get the hot sauce that the staff used for themselves and brought it to me.
Oh, she a legend. That's what's
That
up.
would be nice. That would be nice.
And brought it to me. You know why? Because she knew her tip depended on it.
Look, hey.
Nice.
Thanks.
Knew her tip depended on it. Can't
Hey.
be no sister working in a restaurant without hot sauce in your purse. You know you carry it
The little
everywhere.
bottle.
Because you eat there, and if restaurants, if people ask for it, you know you eating at the same restaurant. We are asking for that. You have your hot sauce on point.
Yeah,
Somebody asking for it.
Yeah.
But
I
hey,
need it.
that was a nice topic. We kind of like break it
Gotta
out
stick
and stuff
to
like
it.
that. I do think and do believe like we all got a point. I mean, because we got a lot of different peoples out there,
No, 100%.
a lot of different mentalities, a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different ways to like see things in the world. So hey, hope you got something from this, you know. But most importantly, don't forget, watch the shows that we just told you about. Let us know how they go. Subscribe, follow, share, put your comments in here. What do you think? I don't know. Have you had a bad experience? Have you got a great experience?
Yeah.
Share it. Like, what do you think?
And first and foremost, please take care of your waiter, your waitress, guys. They work hard for their money. Sometimes they may have bad days. We all have bad days, but don't punish them because they have families too. Take care of your waiter. Take care of your waitress.
And if they punish you for the same, just say something.
Fuck those drive-through people though.
That's right.
You said we done with the drive-through work.
I thought
We done with the gym drive-through.
We weren't even talking about
We
drive-through.
done with them.
Hey, take it, guys.
100%.
This is
Hey.
just my opinion, people.
Peace, guys.